leads into the Parashat Naso. This is the Shabbat, we're reading this Shabbat, Naso. Always is read either after or before Shavuot. Always before or after Shavuot Naso. This obviously shows that the main idea of Naso is very connected to the giving of the Torah that we received on Shavuot. The Torah, it says that even Abraham Avinu studied the Torah. It said that Shem, the son of Noah, had a yeshiva and they kind of studied Torah. So what's the big deal of the receiving of the Torah? Was that it showed that we were getting it on a deeper level, and the world was receiving the Torah on a deeper level. That the spirituality of the Torah could actually come into and make an imprint on the physicality of the world. And like the Midrash says, that until the Torah was given, Hashem said, spirituality is upstairs and the physicality is down here. And then when the Torah was given, this decree went away and it was the meeting of the two worlds. So now when we study Torah these many thousand years later, after we received the Torah, Hashem gave it to us, we're not just becoming educated and wise in Torah, our physical body becomes, and our physical being becomes infused and strengthened, and it becomes uplifted and illuminated with the light of the Torah, that it could really come into the physical world. And that's why we say brachot every day, because on studying Torah, we say blessings, because Torah is a mitzvah. Studying Torah is a mitzvah, that it actually, and the mitzvah is to speak it with our mouth, not just to think it in our head. And also praying, it's really important that we speak and say the words and really pronounce them as powerfully as we can. I got reminded of a teaching of the Baal Shem Tov, a beautiful teaching, that when Hashem said to Noah, when he was building the boat, how should you make light for the boat? We said, Tzohar ta'aseh lateva, make a window for the boat, for the ark, so light can come in. And lateva, it means boat, but it also means the word. The Baal Shem Tov says, make a tzohar for your teva, make a light for your word of prayer. Bring the light into every word that you're saying, that it's powerful and spiritual and you're feeling it. So it's not just something that we're doing out of rote and without feeling. And that's the avoda, because sometimes we do pray, we want to pray like that, but bringing our energy in. So the Baal Shem Tov says, when you do that light, tzohar and tzara, tzohar means window, tzara means distress. They're the same letters in Hebrew, just organized differently. Tzara means distress. We make out of that distress, we make it light. We can flip the situation. And that's our power. And that's that we read Naso in Shavuot, around Shavuot, is because Naso means to lift. It lifts us up. The Torah lifts up our physical existence to a higher plane. When we learn Torah, we receive favor in the eye of Hashem. It's like grace. He loves it when we learn Torah and when we love Torah too, because that's our power. That uplifts us. And sometimes that's why the Yetzer Hara wants to, unfortunately, get us down, keeps us away from Torah, and we're not being uplifted by the light of the Torah. And that's our power. As much as we can give ourselves Torah, and obviously that we implement the Torah and being good and being kind, that's for sure. But we need to learn in order to be able to do. And that's why the Torah is not just meant to be academic or just spiritual. It should affect us deeply down here into our ordinary everyday activities, that it's all one. Our physical life and our spiritual, it's really one thing. There's no separation between them, and everything that we're doing comes uplifted because of our connection to the Torah. And that really fulfills what that Hashem said, the upper worlds will come into the lower worlds. They should be in harmony with one another. And then